He's one of India's most wanted terrorists, and now Abdul Karim Tunda is singing in custody, revealing details of just how he was linked to the Pakistan terror network. Tunda was a regular visitor to Dawood Ibrahim, and apart from Dawood's mansion, the two have also met at various other locations in Pakistan.
On some other subject, so this subject has not been discussed.
Tunda ने कुछ input दिया
वो आपको मैं मदन ओबराय ब्रीफ करेंगे. Thank you.
So is there a time which has been specified for the PC? Is there a time which has been specified for the PC?
Yeah, you see, we got 3 days remand. We will be obviously seeking more further remand, and it's a big catch as far as Delhi police is concerned, and we'll be briefing you from time to time. Dr. Madan Oberoi will be speaking to you in this connection. Thank you.
हाफिज सईद या दाऊद के बारे में कुछ अभी तक उन्होंने बताया किसी तरह का कुछ इनपुट दिया?
आपको पूरा बताएंगे डिटेल में मदन ओबराय.
Strategic affairs expert Maruf Raza joining us now. Maruf, with Tunda making these startling revelations, what should and what can India now do? Are we going to be able to use this to get any closer to Dawood Ibrahim? That's really the big question.
The revelations of Abdul Karim Tunda are very clear evidence that is available to New Delhi to expose Pakistan's ISI and intelligence agencies' designs to continue to target India and its citizens. But the big question for the government in Delhi is, to what extent are they going to use this evidence to name and shame Pakistan as the sponsorer of state-sponsored terrorism on India and as the home of some of the most dangerous terror groups in the world? Because unless India goes to the international community with this evidence, and unless India puts Abdul Karim Tunda out on television screens and make him say the things that he's been saying, Pakistan's intelligence agencies and Nawaz Sharif and his government will continue to behave as though Pakistan has no role in sponsoring cross-border terrorism in India.
Well, thanks very much for that, Maruf. Now, during interrogation, Tunda has made more revelations. He says he's also been smuggling fake Indian currency notes since 2005 through an intricate and well-established network in Bangladesh. He's also named 2 majors of the ISI who provided him with fake Indian currency notes.
Whenever he met Dawood Ibrahim, these were not casual meetings or people who are meeting over a cup of tea, but these meetings were at the behest or on the directions given by ISI. In fact, in his interrogation, he has admitted that he was running a fake currency racket where he was smuggling FICN into India from the porous Indo-Bangla border. In fact, between 94 and 95, he has established his network, a very well-entrenched network in Bangladesh when he was heading Harkatul Jihadi Islami, and that's the reason why currency that used to be smuggled in, fake currency that used to be smuggled into India, it was being done from Indo-Bangla border. At the same time, he also said that 2 serving senior officials of ISI of the rank of major used to meet him frequently. They were the ones who used to tell him about the consignment and when this consignment should be smuggled into the country. At the same time, he also said that Pakistan's interstate intelligence also told him that he should establish base and contact with Dawood Ibrahim, and that the person that he should be in touch in D Company's gang is Iqbal Khana, who virtually controls the fake currency racket.